Okay, so the next example looks a little like this, and it says the chart shows the number of cars purchased from Wheelin' Sam's Car Lot in the month of February. So we're going to use this data and we're going to find some key information about the data, some attributes. It says find the median car price sold. Now I gave you this example because sometimes data in a chart can be a little bit confusing. So I want us to make sure that we don't make the mistakes that I'm afraid some of you might make. In order to find the median, we have to put them in order. So I'm pretty sure that somebody is going to write down 12,500, 14,000, 16,900, and then 18,000. And then you'd be looking at just those four numbers. But what you forgot about is that there were 3 of those cars sold. So imagine that this was a line plot or a dot plot, and this was the first number. There would be 3 X's or 3 dots above that number. So when we're putting them in order, and I'm going to do it right down here at the bottom, we have to write 12,500 3 times because we had 3 of those. Then we have to write 14,000 2 times because we had 2 of those. We only have to write 16,900 1 time, and then we have to write 18,000 4 times. And I'm running out of room, so I'm going to make it small. So that's what my data looks like. Then we're going to use that to find the median. Now remember that we can't be here if we're the median or the middle, and we can't be way over here. So I'm just going to eliminate. I'd like you to do the same thing with me. We're eliminating, and then we end up here with these 2 numbers in the center. We can't have 2 middles, so what we're going to do is we're going to add up 14,000 and 16,900. Then we divide that by 2 to figure out what's in the middle of those 2, and we get a median, of $15,450. Now we're going to find the mean car price, which is just the fancy word for the average. So to do that, we have to add up all of these numbers that we wrote down. So we are going to add up 12,500, 12,500, 12,500. Then 14,000 2 times. Make sure you put in the right number of zeros. You saw me almost make a mistake. And then we're going to add 16,900. We only have to do that 1 time. And then 18,000 plus 18,000 again and again. So that tells me that's the total. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 cars. So when we divide that by the 10 cars that he sold, this is our mean value, 15,440. Just a little side note, if you want to save yourself some time, you can use the parentheses function on your calculator. So we had 3 of those 12,500, so you could do 3 times 12,500, and you saw that I put in that open parentheses, which is this button right here, and then you close your parentheses, and then you do plus, open it again, 14,000, and we had 2 of those cars, so we do times 2. Plus, we only had one 16,900, so we don't even have to put it in parentheses. And then plus, and then here we do 4 times 18,000, and you see that we're going to get the same answer. So that can save you a little bit of time in the long run. The range. The range is a measure of the spread of the data, and it goes from the smallest number to the largest number. So to find that, we do 18,000 minus the smallest number, which was 12,500. So the range of the data is $5,500. And then it says the most frequent cost. This would be your mode, of course. And you can look right here and see that this is the mode. So the most frequent cost was $18,000. Now, if we look at the data, if I asked you to tell me which one of those represents the data the best, I would say that these 2 probably represent the data the best. And there are a couple of reasons for that. The main reason is that if you look at the prices of the cars, they're all very similar. None of them are extremely larger than the other one. None of them are extremely smaller than the other one. They're all very similar. So none of them are what we would consider an outlier. So for this particular example, the mean or the median would be the best choice. As a descriptor. Now you can see how the range is not a good choice because that range of 5,500 doesn't really describe that data at all. Remember, that's a description of the variance or how varied your data was. This most frequent or the mode of 18,000, that tells me that he sold a lot of cars that were 18,000, but it doesn't really describe the overall data. So when you're finished with this, you can certainly pause the video and make sure that you have the information before you go on to the next video.